Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Lisa and this is fireplace. Today I'm going to be doing a man room makeover. Vincent's room has needed a facelift for quite a while. And since he's going to be out of town for work for about a week, I thought I would take advantage and redo his room for him. His 50th birthday is coming up and so is our 30-year wedding anniversary. And I just thought it would be kind of exciting to surprise him when he gets home. So the look I'm going for is just a very masculine room. I wanted to put some trim on the walls, kind of like a board and batten, but I think they call it like a picture gallery trim. And I tried to cut the wood myself. That did not work out very well. So I just went to the store and bought some wood. And what I'm using is 1x3, and they're only 3/8 inch thick, and 1x4s that are 3/8 inch thick. And I'm just going to do a basic board and batten on the wall. I went with a skinnier board because it lines up with my baseboards better, and I didn't have to spend so much money on wood to blend in the wood with the baseboard. And I'll tell you, what I lack in skill, I make up for with determination and enthusiasm. This is the biggest project I've ever done by myself. And I'm pretty proud of how it came out. And I think Vincent's gonna really love it. What I'm adding here is chair rails. And I thought that if I just glued it, that it would stay. I would glue it, put the board on, and then put some tape on it to hold it in place, and that it would stay and I wouldn't have to put any nails in it. I was a little nervous about putting nails in it, but that didn't work. It just kept popping up, and so I ended up having to put some trim nails in it. And so I just went through all the way around the room and put just a couple of tiny little trim nails. I also glued it as well as put the trim nails in. And that seemed to work out okay. They went in pretty easily. I was really afraid of splitting the wood, and it didn't split any of the wood, so I was really happy about that. I'm really excited to do this room for Vincent. He is the middle child of 7 kids, and he's not ever really had a room of his own. As soon as he moved out of his mom's house, he had roommates, and then he and I got together. So he's never really had a room of his own. And so to provide him with his own special space that's just his, where he can meditate and read his Bible and do all the things that he likes to do, it's very, very rewarding for me. Once I let all of the glue dry, I went through with some silicone caulking and sealed all of the boards to the wall so there wasn't any gaps or bubbles or holes, and everything would come out nice and smooth and cohesive once I painted it. His room was also missing trim around the door and the bathroom door. So I put that in for him as well. And that was a lot simpler than I thought it was going to be. I was a little worried about the 45-degree angles, but they came pre-cut. So all I had to do was just, shorten it a little bit on the top, and it fit great. I was really happy. So now that I got all the wood up, the door trims, the wood on the wall, I even have it filled with wood filler already, I am going to start emptying his room. And I'll tell you, this furniture seemed very heavy. I didn't think it was going to be as heavy as it was, but some of these pieces were very, very heavy. The desk, I ended up having to take the top off. I just could not move it without taking the top off. It was extremely heavy. I didn't expect it to be quite so heavy. I guess probably because when we put it in here, Vincent and I did it together and it wasn't just me. But I did it, we got it out, and the whole room was emptied out in no time. And was ready to move on to the next set of projects. Even his ceiling fan needed some work. It works fine, but it just looks terrible. So I wanted to make sure that I didn't get any paint on the blades. So I took them all down. I took all the blades down and I taped around the base of the ceiling fan so that I didn't get any paint on it, because we're gonna color drench the whole room in one color. And I wanted to make sure that I didn't make too big of a mess. After doing the ceiling fan, I went through and sanded everything that needed sanded. The wood filler and the putty on the walls, where all of the little nail holes or whatever they were that I filled in. I had to fill in around the windows and do some work there, and got all of that sanded. So I wanted to make sure there was no dust, or just very little dust on the walls and the ceiling. So I went through and swept all of that off, and there was quite a bit of dust, I'll tell you. But yeah, so we're moving along. It's going really smooth. I'm not really having any bumps or, anything like that. So I'm really happy so far. I am color drenching the room, so I'm going to start with the ceiling and work my way down. This color is called Baked Spinach, and it's a really dark, beautiful, it's really a beautiful green color. It's a nice thick coverage. It's really good. I liked it. Vincent's, one of his favorite colors is hunter green, and this is kind of close to it. Not quite, but pretty close. And I just really loved it. When it was all done, it's just this really rich color, and I think it'll give it that kind of moody look that he was hoping for. I ended up doing 2 coats over the ceiling and the walls, and I used 2 gallons of paint in here. But it was really good coverage, especially once I got the second coat on. It covered up pretty much everything. So I was really pleased with how the paint came out. It was very time consuming. I'm working really late on this particular night. I have my son Daniel and his brother-in-law Odin. They're going to come in and put the floor in for me. So I want to make sure I get all of the trim on the bottom done and along like the doorways. That way I don't have to try and paint the lower parts once the floor is put in. I'll still have the doors and things to do, but getting the baseboards done and the bottom of the trim done around the doors was my goal. I was so glad that these guys actually made the time to come over and put this floor in for me. I really appreciated it. I really wasn't sure how I was going to handle the floor. I was going to try it myself, but then my son Daniel, the one in the gray hoodie, reminded me that his brother-in-law Odin does flooring, or used to do flooring for a job, and that he had a lot of experience with it. And he just came over and put it in for me, and he did a really amazing job, and I was just so happy. And they're bringing in the fireplace for me as well. I had put it in the garage, and they brought it in for me, and it just looks so pretty. It goes really well with the floor, and I feel it goes really good with the paint color, and I just loved it, and I really appreciated all the work that these guys did for me. They're just the greatest. So once we got the floor put in and the guys left. I started on the second coat on the doors as well as all of the trim, like around the doors and the windows. And while all of that was drying, I took the bookcase outside and gave it a coat of paint. I wanted the paint to match the fireplace, and the paint swatch looked like it would, but when I actually put it on the bookcase, it didn't really match at all. But it was still a nice color, so I was committed. I went with it. And after that was dry, I brought it back in and I started putting everything back together. I hung curtains on both windows. Those are velvet and they're in the color of olive. And I got all of his pictures put back. I actually left the nails in the walls so that I could put them back exactly where he had them. I figure if he wants to change anything around when he gets home, he can. It's his room, so. So I'm getting all this stuff back up on the walls. Now, as you can see, I changed out the chains on the ceiling fan. And I also got that put back together. I found some brass colored screws, so now it has brass screws in it. And I found this globe, so I'm going to put that on, and it's a total facelift for his ceiling fan. It looks really good, I think. And it didn't really take much at all to do it. I just bought a couple of chains and some new screws, and the globe we actually had, so I just put it on there. And then his desk came in the mail. And this desk took me probably about 2 hours, 2.5 hours or so to put together. It was fairly simple. The instructions were really easy to read. And I just followed it step by step, and it came together really nice, and it came out real good. I love it. I think he's going to like it too. He wanted a smaller desk in his room, so his other one took up a lot of space. It had a lot of storage in it, but it also took up a lot of space. So I think he's going to enjoy using this desk a little more. And here is the final look of the room. Let me know down in the comments what you think. I realize green might not be for everyone, and that's okay. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. If you liked it, can you give me a thumbs up? And if you'd like to see some more of my content, hit the subscribe button. And I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Watch this up.
I smell it already.
Okay. Surprise!
What'd you do?
I did your room for you. Happy birthday. Happy Father's Day. Happy anniversary.
Did you do all this?
Yeah.
By yourself? What about the floor?
Daniel Noden did the floor.
Wow.
Come in, come in. Good.
How much did you spend on what? Where'd you get money?
Curtains, a lamp like you wanted.
You did all this work, really?
Yes.
The wood too?
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's gorgeous.
You like it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I love it. God, babe, you did a lot. I see you spent like $200 at Menards.
I know.
And I didn't say that. I was like, oh, what is she doing? Wow. It's a lot of what I wanted. What do you think?
I love it. But I did the work, so I'm kind of biased.
Wow, where's my desk? I just can't believe, it's kind of hard to believe you did all this. Even all the little wood trim and shit.
Did you share of?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, everything. How long did it take you?
6 days.
The whole time, huh?
Yeah.
I taught you well. That's exactly what I wanted. It really is.